Hello, welcome back to Idle Diary Podcast. This is season 2. I hope you have listened to the season 1, which was the main character energy series. It just has 8 episodes back to back. Very tiny episode, very short episodes, very bingeable episodes, I might say, because it is just 15 to 20 minutes, but it has everything you need to become the main character that you already are. So go back and listen to those episodes and then come back and listen to this. From now on, we are not going to just stick to the main character energy, but we are going to talk about anything and everything related to manifestation, productivity, business, or anything that you will need to become the best version of yourself. Because I know as an ambitious woman, we need everything, we want it all, and to have it all, you need to just step up the game. You need to be very disciplined. You need to have some hacks, mindset games on point. That's why I am here. We are going to have 2 episodes per week, that one on Monday and second on Thursday. Monday episode will be little bit shorter one, and on Thursday we are going to deep dive into a certain topics that will help you in your business or your job or in your school, college, university, whatever. But this is for every girl who want to do something in her life. So let's get started on today's topic. Today I want to talk about something that I know you have struggled with. I have struggled with. I know almost everyone on this planet have struggled with. That is abandoning your dreams. Oh my god, I cannot tell you enough that how many times I have abandoned my dreams. And most people don't fail because they are incapable. They fail because they quit too early. I mean, just ask yourself how many times you have left something in the middle just because it got hard, messy, or difficult. You faced so many problems, so you decided just to quit it. But here's the thing, magic happens in those messy middles, so you have to keep going, you have to push through. So today's episode is not going to be just the pep talk, but I have done quite a lot research. I know I am nerdy like that. So I have done quite a lot research. So let's get started with, we have some psychological facts, some research, and some anything and everything that I could find about this topic. So let's get started. So let's start with the story. I think I've heard this story when I was in college. Some panel member must have quoted this. Back in 2005, Steve Jobs said this to the graduates of Stanford, that don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. I mean, let's be real, this is really powerful. You can ask yourself that how many times you have just opted out of your dream or any course or anything just because of other people's opinion. We let that noise around ourselves to dictate our dreams, to dictate our own path, and just like that we abandon our dream and walk away to something that is not even our dream, and maybe we are not even passionate about that. How many of us silence our own voice even before we get started? It is maybe because of the fear of maybe offend someone or your parents not wanting it or anything, but just we let go of our dreams. And this is not just a pep talk, even science backs this up. In Angela Duckworth, she researched around 11,000 cadets at the university. All those cadets had to go through the brutal physical and mental training, and here's what research found out, which is very interesting. The cadets who made it through weren't the smartest one, but those are the ones who didn't quit. No matter how hard tasks got, no matter situation asked them to quit, but they never quit. And those are the cadets who made it through the last task. They didn't quit just because of their passion, perseverance, and grit. And here's what she said about this research. There's such thing as quitting on the right time, but there's also such thing as quitting on a bad day just because you got discouraged. I mean, I agree that there is sometimes you have to quit because that is the right time, but just because you have one bad day, one disappointment, one challenge, and you are quitting, that is very wrong. It will not take you anywhere. Like, trust me. And bad days are not same as the bad dream or bad life, because one bad day, if you take that one decision on bad day, it will take you to the bad life, and it is not worth living. And I think without dreams, life loses its swing. I mean, when you have a dream, you have something to look forward to. You wake up from the bed to achieve that dream because you have some life, because you have some sense of purpose, and that keeps you going every single day. Else, imagine life would be so boring. And even psychology says that the people who loses the sense of purpose, they leads to depression and unhappiness. So your dream isn't just about being successful, it's also there for your mental health, joy, and happiness. So let me just pause here a bit and ask you this. How many dreams have you just buried somewhere? How many dreams you had let go just because of some or the other reason? Maybe starting a YouTube channel, writing a book, becoming an author, or learning to dance, or just as simple as learning to cook or dance. And every now and then, whenever you watch some YouTuber, you have this thought in back of your mind, even I want to start a YouTube channel or something like that, because it's there, it's still in your heart, but you are just ignoring that and abandoning that. Study in 2022 shows that happiness, joy, enjoyment, curiosity actually fuels your grit. And on the other hand, depression, burnout weakens your grit. So whenever you are happy, whenever you are passionate, you are curious, it is actually fueling your grit, hence your dreams. And again, I think it goes like in the cycle. When you work on your dreams, you feel happy, and when you feel happy, it automatically fuels your grit. So you just have to step into that cycle. If you really want to stick with your dream, just learn to rest, surround yourself around the people who really supports you, who are positive, and find the little spark of the joy even in the grind. Just start to romanticize your life. It will make you happy, it will give you fulfillment. I mean, think about it, because your dream doesn't fail because it's impossible. It fails because you run out of fuel. You just don't keep going because you are tired, and we are not going to do that here. On this channel, we are going to achieve our dreams, but without burnout and with fulfillment. And this takes me to the next part, failure. Everyone talks about the success, keep going, do that, do this, but you have to remember that even the failure is the part of that journey. And even the failure is part of that journey, and success is not about never failing, it's about rising even when you fail. I mean, I just love this concept that success is not about failing, it's about rising every time you fail. I know everyone has heard about the Michael Jordan, and do you know his story? He missed over 9,000 shots. 9,000. He missed 9,000 shots, lost over 300 games, and failed 26 times to make a game winning shot. And yet he became one of the greatest athletes in the history. Why? Because he never quit. If he quit at suppose his 4,000 shots because it's not happening, we wouldn't be even talking about him right now. So that's how history is made. So remember, failure is not your enemy, but quitting is your enemy. Quitting is the worst thing you can do. You can fail, and rise again. Rise like a phoenix, but never quit, because we are not a quitter here. And girl, I know what you are thinking. Sometimes we think that maybe this dream is not for myself, maybe I'm not meant for such big things, or I'm not the kind of person who deserves that dream. We have so many thoughts, we have so much of spiraling, always going on and on and on, and we sometimes believe those thoughts. But let me tell you one thing, you want that business, you want that freedom, you want that financial freedom, that body, you want that lifestyle. But are you willing to go through that boring phase? Are you willing to sacrifice so many things just to get that dream? Do you want it bad enough? Do you really want it that bad? Then only you will show up. Are you willing to show up when it's slow? Are you willing to show up even when it's not cute or glamorous or aesthetic? Because you see all these creators, or I'm just going to give you the example of YouTube channel. You see all these creators living this glamorous lifestyle, influencer lifestyle as we call it nowadays. But to reach there, they have given up so much. They have been consistent for years and years to come, and then they have achieved this lifestyle. So are you willing to give that 100 and 200 shots without even someone else clapping for you? And if the answer is yes, then only you will keep going. And to answer everything and to find the reason and to ground to keep going for your dreams, I'm going to give you these action steps for you. So take out your pen and paper and write this down. Check your why. Whenever you feel you want to quit something, or whenever you want to pursue a dream, just check your why and ask yourself, is this dream still feels meaningful? If yes, keep going. If no, again ask yourself why I'm not feeling connected, why this is not meaningful for me. and then you will find out what changed and you can find the new dream for you. And when you know your why, when you have the solid why, you will keep going no matter what. You know, I'm doing this for this. Second, don't quit on bad days. Just promise yourself that you will not take any decision in bad mood. You will take decision only when you are calm and focused. Do not miss a thing. If you have set some action plan or habits to achieve that dream, do not miss a thing 2 days in a row. Just make this promise to yourself. First, I will not make any decision when I'm not in a bad mood. And second, I will not miss anything for 2 days in a row. Suppose you have promised yourself that I will go to the gym. Something happens, you miss your gym on Tuesday, but make sure you go on Wednesday, because when you miss something for 2 days, it becomes a habit, and we are not going to make the habit of missing the gym, right? I know you won't do that. Third, audit your mental health. If you are burnout, don't kill the dream, just fix your fuel. Go for a 2 days vacation, go for a staycation, go talk with your friends, write a journal, do something. And in fact, keep a list ready for reset. For me, I have the list where I have the everything shower, I go out with a friend, I read a book, romance novel, I just love reading. Then I listen to the music, I watch a movie. I literally have a list. So whenever I feel like I'm burnout, I just cannot focus anymore, I cannot grind, I don't quit. I just go back to my reset list, I do something from that list, and then I am back. So you don't have to quit, you just have to fuel yourself energetically, mentally, physically, do whatever is needed in that moment and get back next day. Fourth, set micro habits. Your small tiny little wins is going to be accumulate and become a victory. So celebrate every small win, celebrate every tiny step, because that's how you build the building. You have to have the foundation one after another. You keep going. If you don't reward yourself after small wins, it will not be that interesting journey, right? So reward yourself, have fun with the journey, because I think journey is important than the destination. So make it fun, add little stops and make it memorable. And last is very important, surround yourself with the great builders. If you are around the people who are not pushing themselves, not doing anything, not focused on their life, you are going to inherit their behaviors. So surround yourself around the people who are working on something, who are working towards something, who are go-getters and push themselves. So you will also inherit their behaviors, and this happens because of the mirror neurons. Our brain has the mirror neurons. We replicate the things that not only we do, but also the things that we see around ourselves. So just be careful of what you see. Even the content you consume is going to affect your behavior. So if you are watching someone who is just lazy, lays around, who just eats food and rot on the couch, just stop consuming that content. It's not your dream. Just make sure that your environment is supporting your dream instead of killing your dream. And by environment, I mean your space, the people around you, your wardrobe, everything. It should support your dream. It should push you in that direction. And I love journaling because I have built so many layers of myself to recognize who I am. And journaling has played a huge part in that. So again, I'm going to tell you to journal about this as well. So here are the 3 prompts that you can use and figure out for yourself. So here's the first prompt. What dream have I abandoned that I still want? If I didn't let fear decide, what would I start again tomorrow? How will my future self thank me for not quitting today? And let me leave you with this. One day you are going to look back, you'll either thank yourself for not quitting or regret later. And there is, I think, no worse feeling than looking at someone who had started at same time as yours and they have seen the results in 6 months or 1 year, and you don't have any result just because you quit. So I don't want any of you at that place. So just keep going, just take the rest, ask your question, go back to your why, because your dream is waiting for you to choosing it, even on the hard days, even when it gets difficult, even when it is slow, even when no one is clapping for you, because not everyone is going to get your dream. If you said today that I'm going to write a book, the people around you will laugh at you if they haven't read anything you have written. right? This is how human works. So that's why you have to surround yourself with the people who have written the books, so they know it's a messy start, it's the maybe unconfident start, because you are not, it's not going to be the confident start, it's going to be the messy beginning, it's going to be slow, you have to face so many rejections, because they will believe in you because they have gone through that journey. That's why it is so important to surround yourself with the people who have done that, who are just living their dreams. And here's my one thing, it may sound rude for some people, but hear me out. Never take advice from the people who have not achieved your dreams. Very basic example, suppose some unhealthy obese person tells you about health, about diet, you will not believe them, right? If they know better, they would have done it, right? It goes for everything, even for the business. Do not take advice from the people who have not done it. So please stop abandoning your dreams. Your future self will thank you. And that's it for today's episode. If you like it, even a single part of it, just hit the like button, share it with your friends, and stop abandoning your dreams. Keep chasing it, keep going at it, one day at a time. And I'll see you in the next one with love and caffeine, Nisha. This podcast is produced by Social Bulking. Bye.